God, what is my hair doing today? Good Lord. Hey guys, welcome. This is Gabe here. This is Gabatwa, and today we're doing a marketer reacts. Now, I just thought I'd do this kind of a series to break up between my scripted stuff, just to, you know, have some balance of sort of more casual things to more professional things. So I don't know if you could call my professional work professional, but whatever. Today I've chosen the topic of Mr. Ryan Reynolds, not only a very charismatic and interesting actor and also a good-looking guy, I'm not afraid to say that. He is also a marketing genius. First off, I want to look at this video he's done called Truce with Mr. Hugh Jackman. If you're not familiar on the relationship that Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds share, it is somewhat of a friendly tiff. That is very true in this video we're about to watch, and I'm just going to give you my immediate reaction. So without more rambling, let's just go into this video called Truce, and let's react to it.
Hey everyone, Ryan and I recently called it a truce in our social media war, and we promised to make ads for each other.
Yeah, we sure did. I've been working 24/7 on an ad for Hugh's incredible coffee company, Laughing Man, and he's been working hard 24/7, I imagine, on a Aviation Gin ad.
So first off, I just love their energy. They're obviously two very good-looking dudes, so they don't have to do much to immediately grab your attention. And they've played to that with a very simple background, nice simple lighting that just shows off their good features, and very casual tone immediately for when it starts.
I'm gonna go first. Let's roll it.
Can't wait.
Can a cup of coffee be a superhero? Because Laughing Man beans are born with a special power. Sure, it's the best tasting coffee on the market. Yeah, it awakens your senses with unbelievable flavor. But it also lifts up communities around the world in the form of housing and scholarships. And Hugh could be behind such a heroic company. Hugh guessed it. My friend, Hugh Jackman, the loving and caring man who created Laughing Man.
Yeah, I love the wordplay using Hugh, and in the beginning when they started off, can a cup of coffee be a superhero or whatever it was. So that is particularly clever, like that. Also the cinematography itself, I mean, it's beautiful. It is quite emotionally charged. It really gives it just an authentic tone. As far as commercials go, as far as how I perceive this as a marketer, it's very sort of stock standard, and I've seen a lot of commercials like this that this is emulating.
Wow. Wow, man, that's really professional. It's like,
It costs $1 million.
really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm not quite ready to show mine yet, but let's just cut for a second.
What?
No, it's not almost finished, just some color correcting
For a
little bit.
second.
No,
Let's just roll it. Come on, I
it's
can't wait
almost
to see
there.
it. Go, roll it.
Oh God. Okay. I have a feeling I know what's coming up, but I won't stall. Let's just watch it.
Ryan Reynolds is a complete and total The gin's pretty great, though. I'll have to try it someday.
That was perfect. Okay, that was just wow, what a tonal shift. I mean, we just look at Ryan's face. And Hugh. Aviation Gin and Laughing Man coffee, two very different products. Like, it almost made sense for them to do that in making them contrast so differently in terms of how the product came across in the commercial and what kinds of commercials they did.
Sorry, man, I didn't think the truce was actually real. Say hi to Blake, man. And the kids.
That could not have been done as well as it came across if it hadn't been for those two. In particular, Ryan, who I'm pretty sure, like, he put this on his YouTube, so I'm pretty sure that he wrote this, and he insisted that he and Hugh presented it in such a way, because that's got Ryan Reynolds written all over it. A man who doesn't play by the rules, never has, and even when he's trying to have one of the most famous actors in the world promote his product, he still goes about it in almost a kind of a anti-marketing way. I loved it. I loved all of it, and I have no notes. Let's just go on to his next bit here, which is on his Twitter. Let's have a look. So if you're not familiar, Ryan Reynolds owns now Mint Mobile. I love his tweet that he posted on the 30th of Jan, so that's quite recent. He basically, in true Ryan Reynolds fashion, did another sort of almost anti-form of marketing by using a less popular form of marketing, print media. It's still obviously used a lot these days. To have done this particular print ad is actually almost a stroke of genius, and it's very, very true to Ryan Reynolds' chaotic form of marketing. The tweet on the 30th of Jan says, "Everyone's buying ads, so I bought one too. Not on TV, in the New York Times." I'm not sure how much it costs to put an ad in the New York Times of a full page ad. I mean, I'll look up right now and put it on the screen how much a full page ad in the New York Times costs. It costs that much. On Sunday, some companies will spend over $5 million to advertise in a game so expensive I can't even mention its name lest we summon its army of lawyers. So obviously he's referring to the Super Bowl. So I can read this with perfect understanding of what he's doing and what he's talking about. So that's good. It translates well to even foreign audiences. And he's posted it online, so now it's intentionally going to reach not just people getting the New York Times, particularly those in New York. Not being in New York, I appreciate being able to see this, so thank you for posting it, Ryan. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to talk about it, right? No. And in big and bold, it says $5 million? Question mark. As the new owner of Mint Mobile, it's a hard no. Mint offers premium wireless service for just $15 a month. That's pretty good. US, so what's that equivalent to? Hey Siri, what's $15 to AUD?
$15 is $22.26.
And that's pretty good. That's a pretty good price. I would be fine with paying that, so long as, it was good wireless service. I mean, probably most things are better than what this wireless service we have here in Australia. What are we at? Like 70 something in the world. So we could literally give away over 300,000 months of free service and still save money. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Sign up for Mint Mobile after kickoff and before the final whistle and get 3 months of Mint Mobile service free. And then I love, it says visit mintmobile.com/free for details. If you get a printout of this, you're going to have to type that into your mobile or web browser or whatnot. But I imagine the New York Times, they have a digital version. I'm pretty sure they do. I still think it's a particularly clever ad. And then to put it onto his Twitter, which has millions of followers, it makes sense. And then you've got it here signed by Ryan Reynolds, owner, subscriber to Mint Mobile, and his signature, which now I can forge on my copy of the proposal. I mean, I am Deadpool. Yeah, Deadpool. I don't have the proposal. What are you talking about? I've never even seen it. What stands out from this is clear that it is in typical Ryan Reynolds tone and fashion. It's almost like he wrote this himself. Obviously, he's had some help in how it was written. Probably had some copywriters, some lawyers, some other people in marketing go over it with him to word it in a sensible way, but it hasn't lost that typical Ryan Reynolds tone and feel to it. It feels very authentic still, and I think I mentioned being authentic in his marketing several times now, so I feel like that's how Ryan tackles most of his business ventures, is just being authentic and honest. I think everyone could take note of Ryan Reynolds' style, but I don't think everyone could successfully pull it off. But yeah, this one takes the cake. I mean, It's very simple, but it really works. Let's move on to the last one, which is this, which I haven't seen. My secret is now cage-free.
You know, people come up to me all the time and they say, what makes Aviation Gin so delicious? Most of the time I run away because non-celebrities frighten me. But here is the answer. It begins each morning at 4 a.m. The distillers of Aviation American Gin rise to greet the new day with 4 hours of silent meditation. From there, it's a quick scoot down to the grove. The citrus fruits are misted using only the tears of Aviation's owner, me, Ryan Reynolds.
Whew, okay. It's just taking the piss. That's the first thing that comes to mind. It's just taking the piss of organic farm growers and other companies that claim to have the most cared for grown product in existence. And he's just taking it way up a notch. All of our botanicals are humanely caught, cage-free, and grain-fed. The reason some people don't drink gin is that strong juniper taste. So, after apologizing to each berry individually, we beat the living hell out of them, creating a smoother, more refined finish. To ensure that heavenly taste, every bottle of Aviation is ordained by the Unitarian Church of Fresno, California. And then, before it departs home, serenaded with the healing music of Sarah McLachlan. Some might call this overkill, but the next time you visit your local mixologist and you murder that silky smooth Aviation martini, well, who's the killer now? Aviation, an American original. Now owned by there's something just so alluring to Ryan Reynolds. I think I remember the very first thing I remember seeing him in was Blade Trinity. And I just remember thinking this guy's so wacky and so weird and so contrasting to the whole tone of the film. He is just very much himself. And that clearly aids in helping him sell his products. So yeah, I mean, final thoughts on Ryan Reynolds as a marketer. It's being authentic. He's very authentic to himself. He doesn't try to be anything more than who he is. He's very much himself, and he holds a mirror up to himself when he is advertising. The fact now that he owns both Aviation Gin and Mint Mobile and isn't really changing the way he sells those products, he's just keeping very much to his authentic tone. He's using forms of marketing that could almost be considered anti-marketing in a sense, and to pull off anti-marketing is very hard. I think we can learn a lot from Ryan and his chaotic way of doing marketing. It's not only creative, but it's creative in a sense that it gives people something entertaining to watch at the same time selling a product. What we could take from that in particular, I think everyone could be a little bit more authentic to their own brand and to who they are, and to not try and pretend to be anything more. Potential customers now online are drawn more to that, more than ever, now that everyone's really getting the hang of how online media works, how social media works, how ads work online. You know, everyone can spot one a mile off now these days. So to integrate something like that gin ad, both those gin ads, in fact, into an entertaining medium, and to make it so easily accessible to watch and fun to watch and share, that is a great way to do your marketing. And we can all learn a lot from that. So this was Gabatwa. This was A Marketer Reacts. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out, Cub Scouts.